You got that sharp tongue.
Yeah. I got a weird ass tongue, man. It's crazy.
Welcome to Joy Tactics, the podcast dedicated to all things joyful, joyous, and meeting as many celebrities as humanly possible. Hosted by Eric Rahill, Nate Veroni, and Jack Bensinger. Enjoy.
To anyone out there who wants to be like Eric, trust me, you fucking don't.
I have medical shit that is so hadn't even been discovered yet, and the doctors won't even treat me because it's so bizarre. It's under the skin. It's in all type of organs. I have organs that no one's ever seen.
They're all turned around. Mm-hmm. If you try, literally, you know House, the TV show Dr. House?
Of course.
They had their research team reach out to Eric to look at his biopsy or whatever, autopsy, to see all the things that are wrong with him.
Autopsy.
Yeah. Anyways, to look at all his medical history and records, and they were like, this isn't capable of being described yet on television in one season or whatever, and they just can't guarantee that there's going to be 6 seasons to go
Jack
through.
Just ran up all his stairs.
Yeah, I was like, why are you so Jack
No.
out of breath for
I'm not out of.
Imagine if Jack hadn't run up the stairs and he just got out of breath all of a sudden. I would be driving to your house, taking you to the hospital right away.
I don't go to the hospital. I don't go to the hospital.
This is unrelated, but well, it is related. But you know what my favorite style of acting is like
method.
No.
Les Mis.
No. It is out of breath acting. It is when you're like, can I just?
Sorry, I'm late.
Please,
I just got stuck.
It's the best trick in the book. If you ever want to just have a compelling performance, just be out of breath the entire time.
Out of breath. And by the way, I've had to do that one time. It's supposed to be that I'm coming up. They were like, "Oh, we'll get water to spray you down, make you look sweaty, and you're supposed to have run up a bunch of stairs and like reading a note on your front door." And I was like, I don't think you guys are gonna have to spray me that much because I'm gonna be sweaty basically after about 3 jumping jacks. So before every take, I was doing jumping jacks, and it got my ass. But guess what, everybody? Okay, we had a bad week last week. It didn't go so good. Bad things are happening, and for some reason, I think that bad things will continue to happen. This is you remember Job from the Bible? He's the man that God cursed.
Right.
Yeah.
God took away his faith. He tested Job's faith so intensely. And for some reason, I feel like we're about to go through a book of Job type rest of the year. It's not going to be good.
It's not the end. It's going to continue and get worse, you're saying?
I think it'll definitely continue to get worse, but we'll have so much ammo for our biopics and for our memoirs and for everything that's coming down the road. But while we're in the mud coming up here, we have to come up with strategies that will protect the very core of ourselves. You know what I mean? Eating right, exercise,
right,
drinking, whatever, smoke,
take a class,
right,
online courses, smoke.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to do the things that make us feel good, so we don't lose ourselves. Like today, I worked out like crazy. You can't imagine how hard I worked out today.
Yeah. I literally can't.
And I think we are in a unique position because we are documenting this struggle in real time. So our listeners are with us in this. So they get to see week to week. Are they still fucked up? Is their lives still hell? Are they now in an amazing place? And that was actually a good thing that they went through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are documenting this in real time for the history books, you know?
Yeah. And by the way, you don't have to worry about it. If you're like us and you're in a bad spot, I know you are, know that human beings are excellence magnets, essentially. And so the way that works is things will get teared down, and you're going to perceive that as a bad thing in the moment because you are a sensitive, compassionate individual. But you are clearing a way for a new city, like the line in Saudi Arabia. There's a reason that God made that whole place a desert so that the kingdom of Saudi Arabia could experiment with some new cities and new geometric city shapes. I gotta be honest. I went up 2 flights of stairs about 6 minutes ago. At this point, I'm still not
feeling it
back yet. I spoke for about 30 seconds there, and by the end of it, I was feeling it.
That's a wake up call, man. You need to be hitting the Stairmaster, dude, and getting this right.
I can't hit the Stairmaster in my gym because my head hits the ceiling.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That must be a low ass ceiling or a
It's
high
pretty low.
Stairmaster.
It's the gym I go to is pretty fucking like, it's designed to the inch where like if you're doing this machine, you know, somebody has to like time walking by with when you're going in because you can't walk, like everything is exactly perfectly positioned. Just kind of like how God made the continents.
I used to hit the Stairmaster in my fucking, and the way I would hit the Stairmaster, my ass was fucking like out.
Popped out.
It was popped the fuck out. It was like, I feel like people were like filming the way that I was doing it on the Stairmaster.
Like you have some like crazy scoliosis and that's the only thing you could
do. Like I was like throwing ass out for the whole gym to like just take a look, and I don't have ass too, so it was like kind of like,
that's
damn,
what
like,
you
why
think,
is he,
dude.
Why is he so like proud? It's as if I had an incredible like thick fucking juicy ass that I was like, oh, check this shit out, like look at this thick ass dumper I got in the back, like that you guys want to see. That's how I was doing it on the Stairmaster. Like I wanted people to like see what I was working with, but I don't have a fucking ass at all. It's just skin and a butthole. That's it.
Well,
it's just skin and a butthole. There's no round.
Wait. Why do they call asses all juicy? Is it because it looks like a fruit?
Good question.
Why do they call asses juicy? Is it because it
Juicy?
reminds
Are you
people of
kidding
some
me?
type of rich fruit that has water in it, like
peach?
a watermelon?
Juicy.
No.
Peach. Oh yeah, that's what.
One of the most
round,
sexual fruits.
Yeah, probably because of the shape. Because it's like round. Because if it's like round,
Rotund.
it's a la a fruit shape. Yeah.
I bet there was someone in ancient times that had a catastrophically big ass.
We spoke about
but
this
it probably
a couple weeks
grossed
ago.
them out. What's that?
Didn't we just speak about this about the ancient booty that kind of must be large?
Did we?
Ancient ass? I don't know. I feel like that's uncharted territory on Joy Tactics. I don't think we've talked about the ancient.
Well,
booties,
then we
ancient
might as well
asses.
discuss it.
Maybe you had a premonitory dream.
What do you think the biggest ass ever was? Is it a megalodon? Does a fish have an ass? Does that count?
The megalodon ass.
The megalodon.
I always wondered this. Do you think the different species of dinosaurs were getting it in each other sexually?
Oh my! I think like, you know how fucking lions and whatever, what's a lynx whatever. That's a computer program. A lynx. What is it?
Yeah.
But what is that a combo of?
I don't know.
A lynx is its own thing, I think.
But it's a combo of like a tiger and a lion, right? Like they can fuck.
I didn't know that. I'm not up to date on that.
Well, I am. I actually am. So,
have I
but I think all dinosaurs were like that. Every single. It doesn't matter if they were tiny, big. I think they could all intertwine and interbreed.
Well, have I spoken on ring species on this podcast yet?
No, I don't think so. But everyone's been begging you to go in on
Well, I'm still working on my abstracts, so I don't want to reveal all of it at this point. But essentially, a ring species is you have a species of animal, let's say at the beginning of a geological barrier, let's say a mountain, and then over the centuries and centuries and millennia, this species at the bottom is traveling up one side of the mountain while the same species are traveling up the other side of the mountain. And over the centuries and millennia, eventually these species reconnect at the top of the mountain, and they can no longer breed.
Oh.
And what this is an observable example of evolution called the ring species. And back in the days of the dinosaur, the Earth's topography was such that this was happening to so many species that they were all interlinked. So there were T-Rexes that could fly. There was like a bird with like dog-like behavior. There was like a chicken with some shit on its head. And I'm gonna tell you what I made up 50% of what I just said, and that's up to you to decipher. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That made me think of. I think that Greek people are just kind of like they were at the cusp of being a different type of species, you know, and I feel like they just.
What are you saying?
Yeah, Greek people were this close to evolving. You're saying if we built a wall around Greece, they're like 1 or 2 generations away from not being able to mate with like somebody from New Orleans.
Because they're so different. They're so different than us regular humans. You know what I'm saying?
You mean because
like
they
Greek
look
people
like crazy?
They're just like, they feel like they barely made the cusp. You know what I'm saying? Like they barely made it into the human species.
And are you saying,
you know, good for them. Good for them. They have the same DNA as us barely, but like, you know, I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't know. I know I get a lot of hate for this on the podcast for going in on Greek people, and I don't want it to be like that. I have a lot of love for the Greek people actually, and I think they've done a lot for the human civilization, but just overall, I just don't really care for them.
Right. And when you say that they can barely mate with us, do you mean because they're going farther ahead, or because they're
no? Oh God, no, but way behind.
Behind
the evolutionary. Okay. Yeah.
Does that have advantages like Neanderthal? Like you're stronger?
Maybe, you know, maybe a little bit, but I don't think anyone's kind of deciphered what Greek people can offer too.
Let me just in case there's any Greek people that listen to the podcast and you're about to turn this shit off and go write up some horrible Medium article about us. I want to counter Nate's hate with love, and I love Greek people. I have never been to Greece, but in all my dreams and fantasies, I end up on the Isle of one of the Isles of Greece, and I have a beautiful wife, and I've talked about this before, but I'm eating fish all day and oil, and I just think it's an amazing country with no faults. With a rich history, and I appreciate every Greek person and I love them, and I'm so attracted to all of you all, intellectually and physically. So God bless you.
Yeah. And
that's just interesting.
Yeah, and I'll put myself right in the middle and say that I am somebody you want on your side, and I'm yet to be won over to hate or love Greek people. So it's up to you.
I think this is a touchstone that we can kind of come back to. You know what I'm saying? We'll kind of check in, like, Jack, where are you at? Have I convinced you that, you know, Greek people are less than, you know, subhuman, basically? And
right now, I'm leaning towards Nate's side.
I think a lot of people are. There's just kind of a movement growing.
This is just, I don't stand for any type of hate unless it's against whatever.
Name one Greek person.
Evil.
Yeah, name one as a Greek person.
What you've described is, I love Greek people so much because they have an island I want to go kind of essentially steal from them. And have for me and my wife and down in
Eric's
the future.
Googling right now.
I'm not Googling a damn thing. No, I'm not Googling.
Did you just Google Greek people?
You Googled Greek person.
Man.
You're trying to find out. Think of one Greek person.
You can't think of one. Nobody knows
Athena,
there's not. And don't even say Alexander the Great because he's not Greek. He's Macedonian.
And don't say Harry Potter either because he's British.
Ares, Apollo, Hera, Hades, Zeus, Dionysus.
Fake.
People,
those are Disney movie characters.
People.
These are gods. And if you guys want to say
Williams,
that the Greek gods aren't real, shut the podcast off right now. I'm not playing anymore. If you guys think this pantheon of gods isn't real, they're the ones we better be scared of. They're still real, and they're in different skins. American God style, if you read that book. But yeah, I don't want to talk ill of anybody unless that person is an evil whatever Nazi.
That's why people like you, Eric. Is because there's just so much hate around the world, and you refuse. Right. You put. I can't tell you how many times that we've been in conversations and
don't talk shit.
And there's so much ill will going on around you in a discussion or whatever, and you just I've seen you do this before. You'll be like, hey guys, I'm just gonna remove myself and just kind of leave. And you'll leave the function, the bar, whatever, the dinner, just in the middle and be like, I'm not gonna have this in my life right now because there's so much more to giving love rather than hate.
Give love.
Right. If I hear people talking shit, I put my AirPods in and I just wait until it's over and I put on whatever Smartless podcast, and I just tune it out because those guys don't talk shit either. And I can't stand. I won't stand for that. Okay.
Yeah, we won't gossip about. We'll gossip about celebrities because that doesn't count.
Right.
The second that
I would destroy a celebrity's life.
Right, because
they've got it so good and they can handle whatever we throw at them.
And we deserve it more than them by a long shot. But
for sure.
If you start talking shit about somebody, like me and Nate start talking shit about somebody, and we're up in PF Chang's or something, Eric will bust out the laptop and put it on top of the whatever Singapore noodles and not talk to us for the rest of the night.
Yeah. Which I appreciate, but it also is kind of rude and antisocial at the same time. But whatever.
Rude love. There's tough love and there's rude love and strange love as well.
Can you imagine back to the old days, right when there was competing hominids? You know what I'm saying?
Of course, Australopithecus.
Yeah. Did they see each other and go, "What the hell? Because the Neanderthals and the human beings were hooking up.
Oh,
and there's Neanderthal DNA in probably all of us. Definitely in my ass. The way I go crazy on the battle ropes at the gym.
The way you get all confused and angry when some restaurant or building has changed in your neighborhood.
Big foreheads, whatever, does not mean they were confused. And for you to say that is so specious.
I'm not saying it about them. I'm saying it's not. It's just scientific data, man.
I want to be at a party with all the old creatures that used to roam this earth.
I want to be in a tub with. I want to be in the world's biggest tub.
Oh,
just share the water and just share it and drink
the water.
Yeah, I want to be in a tub with all my friends and family and drink the water.
I wonder if there's an ancient type of meat that was all sweet.
Oh, definitely.
Because you know how meat is savory.
Well,
but I think I think there was ancient sweet meat.
Well, when you get it fresh out of the body and it's still cooking in the plum blood, you know what I mean? Like, blood is sweet. Blood is sweet and
no, blood is salt.
I was tasting blood last night and loving it.
What the hell?
What, did you bite your lip?
Vampire reveal?
Nope.
What, did you eat some steak?
Nope. I was drinking a Pacifico, and I thought, this tastes like blood. And then I was thinking, I could get used to this.
So you guys are both more hungover than you can imagine today, right? And yet I'm the one that's not. Interesting.
For the first time,
finally, for the first time.
Now I see what you feel like every day.
Slick.
Must feel awful.
I don't. When I have a hangover, though, I don't complain. I'm so stoic about all the pain I endure.
Yeah, I just
left dinner last night with Jack because I had a migraine.
Yeah, Eric did go home. We waited about an hour, 45 minutes for a table at a restaurant, and then as soon as we sat down, Eric went home. What a guy! He sticks around for the tough part of the night, and then relieves himself for the what would you call that? Spoils.
For the spoils of. But here's what I did: I ordered a burrito.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I was feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Ordered a burrito. I've done this move probably. Literally 100 times. Ordered a burrito for myself when I'm feeling down. Put on Star Trek. Loser to some, that's being a loser. To others,
to some, being an
that
Olympian
is the most
being
best
a loser.
lifestyle. What's that?
To some, being an Olympian is being a loser. Why?
Right.
Because you probably got into it when you were 4. You don't choose to be an Olympian. Somebody else set you on that path. So what really would be inspiring is if your parents are both Olympians and all of your lineage are. And what do? You fucking eat cookies. That's whatever we're talking about.
You become a cookie eater.
I was thinking about this
a
recently.
cookie monster.
Nate eats cookies from the back.
Oh,
yeah, you do eat the cookies all. You get the chocolate chips out one by one with your tongue.
Nate has a way of being sexual with things that you could never imagine being sexual.
You got that sharp tongue.
Yeah. I got a weird ass tongue, man. It's crazy.
Can you imagine someone with a sharp ass hard tongue on the top and it's all more soft than you can imagine in the back?
No, I couldn't. That's crazy.
That's this type of stuff I think about.
That sounds functional. You might not need teeth.
Imagine being because no one can track that. If you're a tongue assassin, you got a needleific tongue.
There's
go up to a senator, right in the neck. What happened? Oh, I don't know. There's no weapons, sir. There's no weapons. I
This
think that
dude
was a
just came up
natural
and
puncture.
This dude just came up and kissed him on the cheek, and all of a sudden there's a hole in his head.
That's the most busted. I think that if we were all X-Men, we would have the most busted mutations that are like so humiliating. God.
Yeah.
Like
I have an eye that exploded. I just went to people and just put my head up to them, and one of my eyes fucking busts open in my fucking face.
You only got 2 shots. You only got 2 mutations.
I only have two times I can use it, and I have one half of my face is like exploded off, so I got one left for the whole X-Men journey.
The second one goes off because you get excited at a Deadmau5 concert. You're like, can't believe what you're hearing.
Kill everybody in the audience.
We gotta get to one of those. Oh my god!
Style.
Well, that happens to whales. You've seen the whale blow up.
The whales blow up?
Oh, have you guys seen that video of the whale blowing up?
Of course, the whale
Have you
beached
seen this,
whale.
Nate? This is some of the funniest footage I've ever
Nate,
seen.
you haven't seen this? How's that possible?
I can't believe this. I hate
whale
whales.
Washed up, beached. You don't mean that, dude. You're so hateful, dude. All the amazing.
I don't know what it is
whales,
today, man.
the
I'm just.
people.
I need to readjust my attitude for this episode.
You need to heal something in yourself.
I need to healing badly.
You need to get your ass beat.
I need to get my ass fucking whooped.
You do
right now.
You need to
dude.
go to
get your ass
7-Eleven
whooped from the back.
Would you? If I asked you guys to beat my fucking ass, would you do it? If
you were gonna
it?
pass away, if we didn't, yeah, I'd do it.
If somebody came up to us when you're in town next week, Nate, if somebody came up to us with a gun and said, "Eric and Jack, beat the shit out of your friend right now, or I'll kill him,"
or you'll kill me. Oh yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah, that'd be
literally would. But Nate,
one
you
of the
gotta
worst
watch
days of my
this
life.
whale video, dude, because it's so they were recording it for the news. This whale beached up on some beach in the 70s, and their idea was to get rid of the whale because it was so heavy. They're like, well, we'll just blow it up with like hundreds of pounds of dynamite. I don't know how much. Like, we'll just destroy it. Everybody get back. Like, we're blowing the whale up. It'll wash away. I guess that's what they were thinking. But they blow the whale up, and 100, 200-pound chunks of blubber are flying through that. You see the explosion. And the blubber's coming down. It's hurting people. It's crushing cars.
Oh my!
It's some
crazy,
SpongeBob type stuff.
Why didn't stuff happen like that anymore?
Well, you got to pray that
know.
it doesn't, man, because when stuff like that happens, the government gets involved and action gets taken that causes repercussions for 20 years plus.
I bet
if
you
a dog fucking blew up.
Were we going to talk about addiction? Isn't that?
Oh yeah, this episode's about addiction.
About addiction.
All right, so being addicted, having addictory molecules controlling your behavior to the point where you are not able to function. That's what addiction means, right?
Right.
There is some impulse that you have which is interfering with your ability to fucking get in line. So is addiction good?
Here's the thing. Go for it, Nate.
I was just going to say, I feel addicted to hatred right now, this whole episode. You know what I'm saying?
You've been giving me that vibe, dude.
And I don't like it, and I want to change. But you know I want to change, right? You know that. You can feel that, right? That's what separates me from the others.
Right.
You're on 2 strikes right now for hate. You got whales and great people. And if you have one more strike, that's friendship over.
Yep. If you say something about people with addiction problems, Nate, in a negative way.
I will not. I would never.
Okay. We'll see.
But addiction is real. But here's the thing. It sucks. It really is a disease for people that do have it. But you can also become addicted to positive things. People get addicted to running. People get addicted to... Because you get addicted to molecules, right? Serotonin, dopamine.
Right.
That's what we're addicted to. We're pleasure-seeking creatures.
Right.
If you can redirect the pleasure from bad toxic sources like drugs and alcohol and cigarettes and whatever, video games even, and redirect that into volunteering addictions.
I'm addicted to volunteering. Can you imagine?
Yeah, you're not sleeping.
I can't fucking stop, dude. It's 3 a.m. I gotta fucking give me to the fucking food bank, dude. I gotta.
You're like want to go
guys.
like chill with an old person so bad.
Laugh it up.
Please.
Laugh it up.
Isolated
That's
elder.
my life for real.
Please.
Wait, but Jack, have you been volunteering still?
I've been volunteering like crazy.
Have you really?
Literally, probably 2 hours a month.
You're dropping off groceries.
No.
What are you doing? Tutoring?
I'm tutoring.
Wow.
And who are you tutoring? You know, see, I have to pull this out of you. If this was me, I'd be like, every episode, guess where I just came from, guys? You can't imagine what I just spent my time doing.
Some things I do
free.
are between me and the Lord and Savior.
God.
I can't, because
That's incredible.
I just can't monetize everything, man. I just can't. Something sits wrong with me. And I am collecting experiences by when I do stuff like that. That's going to form a web series that I make shortly hereafter. And that's ethical.
That's ethical. Whatever it takes. Be volunteering. If anybody has, this is legit. If anybody has a volunteer recommendation in Los Angeles,
Nate, I do.
Me know.
I have one. You have to do it. And this is a recommendation, legit for real, for everybody. They have chapters in a bunch of cities. It's called Little Brothers Friends of the Elderly. I did this in Chicago, and I think you guys both met my guy that I Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard.
I got a fucked up video of him.
Oh my god!
From the beginning of the pandemic, telling a joke.
Yeah, so I became. Well, maybe I'll just tell a couple Bernard stories. I sign up for this thing with my friend Ben, who just became a father, by the way. Everybody give it up for Ben Briggs.
Yeah, shout out to Ben. Congrats.
Seriously,
Ben.
Congrats. And we both signed up for this program, and he got like a guy that was so like didn't want to talk to him, like was like pissed off that Ben would come visit him and like didn't speak, and Ben had a very bad experience. But I had this guy Bernard, and the first time I met him, I go into his house, and he has had a little like rent controlled apartment he was living in. And it was I go in, and there's just carpet, like little pieces of carpet that he had found, like scraps, I think from a construction site or something, or they were doing an installation. And it's carpet's like piled halfway to the ceiling, painted pink, like just painted with like house paint. And he's like trying to figure. He's like, "How do you think I can start selling these to college kids for their bathrooms?" And yeah, that's one story. But he would come up with all type of inventions and try to pitch me on them. But he would also come up with jokes. And one time, it was like right in the pandemic, and we were chilling with our roommate Meg. And I was like, let's call up Bernard and have him tell a joke, because I would call him and he would just say some random jokes. And he said on camera maybe one of the most vile jokes I've ever heard in my life. So nasty.
Yep.
If I am ever an elderly person and I am a part of this program, I am going to fucking harass the young person that volunteers, and it's gonna be like the reverse Bam Margera, where I'm like,
you're like pranking them all the
I'm pranking them, like beating the shit out of them on the toilet, like
pile driving them, like from you're like perched above the door.
An old person pile driving, like some 90-year-old doing a pile driver.
We need to get a new bad grandpa right now. Good God.
I love the idea.
Desperate. Please, dude. We're getting all these sequels.
Idea of yeah.
Come on.
Nate, you should do kind of a knockoff ripoff of Bad Grandpa. The naughty 80-year-old.
Naughty older person. The naughty wise man.
We're
getting to the point where we can just start ripping some of this stuff off, and the world's about to be ended. So who's gonna care? Let's just rip this IP off.
Yeah, Nate. I almost stole one of your jokes on stage last week.
Yeah, that's good. Do it. You can. You have.
Can I do
permission. It? Yeah,
all
absolutely.
Right, thanks, man. But I shouted you out because NPCs came up somehow with the person in the crowd, and I said, "Oh my God, my friend Nate has such a funny bit about NPCs," and then I moved on.
You hooked it up.
Yeah.
We are so supportive of each other in crazy way. Like if
we really are.
Eric did one of my bits one time.
I did. I did.
Yep.
I said I did it. That was on accident.
Yeah.
Total accident. I would never betray either of you guys anyway.
If Daily Show came out with some correspondent, like, desk piece or something, and one of the correspondents came on and ripped off verbatim one of your jokes, would you make a fuss about it online? fuck you, Jordan fucking Klepper, you fucking Carlos
Oh,
Mencia in my ass.
Online, dude?
publicly.
Hell no. I would go straight to the car dealership, purchase a Ford F-150, get the biggest, most scariest rims I could fucking get, and I would drive to his fucking house. Or I would drive to his kid's school. Or I would drive to his manager's house or their kids' schools. And then what would I do?
Dude,
leave the
also
children out of this.
The way to you're
I
a fool.
would steal them.
Because guess what? The money makers right here in both of y'all's lives are these faces. And you can't let these faces do anything bad. You can't have your face or your reputation associated with anything violent or bad. So here's what you do. Someone steals your joke. Hey, man, like, I actually liked your delivery. Like, no problem. I'm happy for all your success. And so cool you're working regularly on Comedy Central, one of the best networks that still exists. You come out, you say, I support everything. You come out as a weak person. But you hire, guess who's hungry for money?
Who?
It's college kids.
Right.
And
They'll do anything.
They'll do anything.
I'm finding.
And here's what you do. You hire them, you give them whatever, $25,000. Yeah, 25 beers or some high amount of money. You say, you guys want to go try to be violent? You know what I mean? You guys don't hurt anybody, but just act all violently and do shadow boxing in front of the air in front of whoever's house that stole the joke.
Can I just say to college kids,
them.
If there's any college kids listening to this right now, everyone around you is taking advantage of you, and you don't know it. And you might be waking up right now. Oh shit, that fucking person is taking it. That older person is taking advantage of me. Everyone in your life that is not another college age person is taking advantage of your time, your labor, and your mind and your heart. Okay,
and body.
You are a laughing stock. Everybody is laughing behind your back. If you're in college, you have no swag. You got no respect from anybody.
You might as well
least
be a
of all
peanut.
us. So prove us wrong.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying reverse psychology so intensely. Like, you're a loser. Man, I wish someone would have told me that in college.
No, college kids are fucking so sick. A lot of them.
Yeah, no, I respect college kids so much. And
but any of you guys with mullets, can I say this? Anybody with fucking mullets are done. You're done. No more. I don't even care if you're listening to this and you have a mullet and you're like, oh shit, that's me. Get her done. You done. Stop it. We're done with the mullets. We're done. No more mullets. We are done. It's not
because you realize you look like a fool, right? Everywhere you go, you realize you think your friends think you're cool. Well, you realize most people in the world are not your friend. And when you go to work and when you go to sell something on Craigslist, when you go to measure something around town, people are laughing at you, dude. You look silly.
Maybe.
You look like a fucking weird cliff.
I mean, but imagine this. You guys don't see me for a while. I go ghost mode and grind, and you don't see. You just kind of I disappear, and I come back, and you see me, and I'm on a boat. I'm off Long Island. I have all new friends. They're all in their early 20s. They all got blonde hair. Is that Eric? I've got Air Maxes on. I've got the Chubbies shorts, pink, salmon pink. I've got a Ronald Reagan shirt on.
Oh.
I've got the blue blocker crazy Oakley's on and like a trucker hat,
belly button
and a mullet down to the back of my neck.
Yeah,
I'd rip it off. I'd take you by the mullet and I would fucking I'd rip that fucking bitch off.
If you got a mullet hairpiece like at like 38 trying to become young again,
just growing the back of your hair.
By the way, I think I was the first person to ever have the bald mullet.
The
bald mullet, dude. I swear to God.
It looked amazing, man.
I was the first person in America to reignite the mullet movement.
It really was.
Kind of had, but it wasn't a regular mullet because there was party in the front. What was it? Was it party in the back? Business in the front, party in the back. There was no business. It was a vacant lot in the front, but there was a party in the back.
Right. There's a party in the back. Yeah.
Nobody ever did it like you. I remember all our friends back then. Not all our friends. A lot of people supported this style. I did, but some of our friends were naysayers. One in particular. Okay, he said he's got to cut that off. I said, no, dude, this is what's powering him. But you look so different. You look so different now, Nate. I feel like back then you looked like a.
It will come back.
Killer.
I loved that hair so much. Every once in a while, you would have the number 5 hanging off the side of your head because your hair was curly and it would be curled in a perfect number 5. It was so beautiful, man. You'd be walking around and you looked like just someone who was born to be like a weird landlord. You know, like the chain, the tank top.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like a landlord that just doesn't care about like the rent, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of busy doing other things, but is kind of maybe a nuisance to you sometimes in other ways.
Like the landlord.
Like your parents' friends from the 70s or 80s that died young, and they have pictures of them, and you wonder like, wow, what were they like? I never got to meet Alan, who died in 1982. You looked like somebody like that. You know what I mean? That my kids will never get to meet. Because they died from some illness, but in a cool way.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? That amazing actor who was in Godfather.
Al Pacino.
No, it's
Marlon Brando, of course.
No.
Don Corleone.
No, it's the brother
Michael.
John Cazale. You know this guy?
No.
Cazale. I mean, if I saw them before. Oh, yes, dude.
Yes. Yeah. He's one of these guys that died young, but he had so much swag.
Oh, shit.
This is kind of you, Nate.
Oh, I can't die young. I can't. Well, I guess I'm not young anymore, so it doesn't. If I die, I'm just.
You're young. We're young men.
Right.
Everybody I meet keeps saying this. You're a young man, dude. You got plenty of road ahead of you.
The thing is, I just started cooking, which is weird, and I can't die now.
What kind of dishes?
No. I'm talking about cooking, like metaphorically, like creatively. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm making the shittiest meals on the planet. I'm making the worst fucking meals for dinner.
It would be like a waste of. If you died right now, Nate, that would be such a monumental waste of resources because you just haven't contributed yet. But you're about to start.
But I'm about to very heavily to the culture in ways that people will be shocked about. Yeah. Just wait, and you'll replay this moment, and you'll say,
"Yeah,
sorry. Damn." No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just about to say you got something cooking for CNN, a new type of Nate Verone investigates, where you get all. They're taking a conservative turn, and you're taking them there.
Right. God, I would love to work for CNN.
Oh my God! If anybody's watching CNN, put me in the war zone. Get me. I want to be a war journalist so bad, and I want to get right up to the bullets and laugh at them and interview the people firing them off and saying, what made you do this?
Yeah,
and what's
they need
driving
you
your rage?
I feel like
in Ukraine?
If you could speak to people in Ukraine, because the people who are out there doing correspondency, they're not living up to the full power that they have. They don't realize that, yes, you can report on what's happening, but you also have a chance to influence, may I say, the locals and the political figures living there as well. It really shouldn't just be somebody delivering news. Like, why not have a gun and, like, do your thing with it? Why not build a fort?
Why not invite some type of Ryan Reynolds type, Ryan Gosling type celebrity out to the war zone? And you put up posters on both fronts, right? On the whatever side and the other side. I don't know which teams are fighting. And you say, crazy ass party happening in this basement tonight. Ryan Gosling's going to be there. And music, DJs, whoever. Diplo's coming through. Diplo's flying in. And each side thinks it's just for them. The party's just for them.
No.
And you get all the soldiers there, literally free booze, ecstasy, whatever they want. And you say, everybody, come on. It's like, we're going to celebrate all of our troops. And they get there, and it's off the bat, it's, oh, shit. It's the other side is here. What the fuck? We got to go hurt them and kill them. And I say, guess what, y'all? No performance from Ryan Gosling. No DJ set from Diplo. If any of you all hurt each other, you have to just have fun tonight.
The party armistice.
The party armistice. Everybody gets so fucked up, and even if they still want to fight, they're all hungover for many days because I put some poison up in the stuff, so there's no more violence after that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
why aren't
creative solutions?
That sounds so amazing, and I feel like a lot of people would be, more down to fight in wars too. Like, if there was like some kind of intermittent parties that went down, like every couple of weeks, it was like, oh, you could just like kick it and
Well, back in the day, they had crazy USO tour type celebrities coming.
Oh yeah, you had Bob Hope's fucking ass was roasting everybody. You fucking dumbass, fucking get up here, you fucking army ass bitch. Look at this guy like roasting the fucking shit out of it.
Robin Williams getting all sweaty, going crazy for the troops. And now who you got? I don't know. The guy from You.
I don't even know what that is.
What is that?
That show You.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds good.
Don't know that.
Uh-huh. Well, here's the problem with what we're describing. It's unfortunately not up to the soldiers whether the war is on or off. And I can't think of a way to make Vladimir Putin, no, I'm not saying who, but the leader of any country get duped like that, because these people are very smart. They're too smart for testing. They're too smart for classical positions of human society. And that's why they dominate everybody. So how can we throw a party and trick the leaders to go, because they're going to recognize each other, first of all? Like, I just don't see a way out of this, man. Sometimes it makes me want to cry hard into the back of my own palms.
You are a fool if you think that the people pulling the strings are the actual figureheads. If you think Biden and Putin are the ones really directing the troops, if you think Zelensky's really in charge, think again, dude. Bullets cost crazy amounts of money. Missiles make lots of money for lots of people. War is a profitable business. And when there's no war, the shareholders become very upset.
You want to make money with this podcast, right?
Can I say I'm doing this like as a joke, but I'm legit getting chills as I'm doing this? Like, I felt the chills going down my arms. But listen.
Okay.
We need to cut out the heart of the wars, and that's by cutting out the heart of these war companies.
That was
the worst speech I could.
No, you just blew
I'm like standing in front of
my
Congress.
mind.
Yeah.
We need to get you in front of Congress right the fuck now, dude.
I don't prep because I think I got it down so bad. That's the speech I gave to them, sweating so bad. Like,
I just Googled something, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I Googled how much does a bullet cost, and then I Googled how many bullets was fired in the Iraq War, I discovered it's much more than what the financial budget is. And guess what? We're not going to take it anymore. And then you take out a gun.
Yeah. Whoa. I'm killed immediately.
No, because you already disarmed everybody. You saw that coming. And with some crazy iPhone thing or something. And then you take the gun out and you put the bullet up to the head, or the gun up to the head
of what?
Of somebody who nobody thought was anybody. That's not a senator. That's not anybody. But maybe
it's an inside man.
Yeah. It's some I don't know. Some dude. Somebody who looks scary. Maybe looks like Steve Buscemi. If only these things were reality, man. I would kill to actually be in a James Bond-like scenario. And I'd be good at it.
The American James... Well, all three of us would be excellent in a James Bond leading role, but also as the kind of...
Oh,
villains.
Dude. Well, they didn't do the male Charlie's Angels yet, did they?
Oh, no! Charlie's Male Angels.
Charlie's Male
Angels. That's the title. Not clunky at all. The Charlie's Male Angels. God damn! And we're wearing like fucking tight spandex, fucking latex outfits type of shit.
Busting out the pants.
We're looking sexy as fuck.
Yeah, a drama, by the way. It's not a comedy this time around.
No. Oh God, no. Yep. Just came up.
I
with
was never allowed to watch Charlie's Angels because it was too sexy.
Really?
Yeah, my parents said you're not watching that shit, dude. So I just would imagine what the movie was like, and I imagined it being way more sexier than it was. So, but that's what happens when you restrict content, when you censor, much worse things
Enough with the
occur.
censoring.
Oh, if I could shut down every censor right now with a press of a button.
Oh my God.
I would do it for $10 million. Because I need a little kickback for that. That's a big ask.
Yep.
Good God. What else are we addicted to? What's going on? Like, we're addicted to wars. We're addicted to famine.
To joy on
we're
this
addicted
podcast.
to joy. We are all
Yeah.
We're trying to change the trajectory of addiction. Because you can only you have to replace an addiction with something else, right? Isn't that how you get rid of an addiction? It has to be replaced. You can't just cold turkey get rid of cigs.
Nope.
You got to replace it with a toothpick. You know what I'm saying?
Sucking on a piggle.
So, so we need to replace this addiction that the human race has with wars, with suffering, with pain, and we need to find some replacements for those things because I feel like we don't have it right now.
Addicted to serve. We said it before. Volunteering service, donating blood. If you got addicted to donating blood.
And you're just
and you
dried
go
out.
They're like, no, I swear, there's some more left. You got about one pint. That your
Squeeze me out like a fucking toothpaste, like at the end of a toothpaste thing. Like, roll me up, roll up my legs up to my top of my head.
Let me get that fucking cookie. Let me get some fucking cookie and Sprite, please. I need it.
I remember being a kid and being so grossed out by blood and organs and everything inside of us. I remember just wishing it was skin all the way down.
Ooh.
Skin all the way down to the bone.
Like, imagine eating a chicken breast that was all skin like that. What does that even mean?
That's another effed up X-Men person that just like, what is your superpower?
You just really
just
all skin.
No muscle, no organs.
So how does this help?
You can lift. You can't even lift like a paperweight. I do feel though, like, I want to say, if this is a simulation, they're fucking with us so hard by giving us these nasty bodies that have to shit and whatever, be bloody all the time. Come on, it's horrible illness. These illnesses are getting gross. Tumors, yuck. You know what I mean?
Aren't tumors like
malicious.
stinky? Are tumors stinky too? If you pulled it out and sniffed it, you'd be
like, you'd say that about any piece of meat until you cook it.
I guess you're right.
It smells just like,
I bet they don't smell good. Bet they don't smell good. That's all.
You'd be shocked, man. What if you pulled it? What if the real reason that cancer is happening is because people are harvesting tumors and killing them because it's actually one of the most valuable orbs that the universe has ever created. Yeah, I'm talking about orbs. Biological yellow celestial orbs that only humans grow because we are built in the image of God.
That's what
this sounds like this sounds like a book that like your cousin, your like uncle who's like about to die would tell you, who like owns a bookshop somewhere in the suburbs and is like, I had this fucking should have been $1 million movie.
That is
idea.
$1 million. If aliens are here to, it's a farm for, hate to say it, but tumors.
Well,
and
they're different
what the
tumors.
Aliens are trying to get from us.
Because what tumor? Because yeah, I can't think of anything. I was trying to think of how that word could mean gold. I can't. It just can't.
I get what you're saying. We need to be writing a new sort of sci-fi novel of some sort that's like 500 books
you're telling me
long. You know what I'm saying?
500 how many books long?
Yeah. Just like there's so many different books in this fucking universe. We need to create a world and we need to do world building. You know what I'm saying? We need a new world.
You talk about it as if that's not something that we actively engage in, but each of us are such world builders by nature. If God or whoever built this gave us any gifts, it's world building.
Do you guys want to build a world right now?
Of course. All right, everybody close your eyes.
All right, let's start with the ground.
All right, the ground is all purple.
All right. And it's got little white stuff in it like ice cream. When ice cream has white chocolate in it or something, it's got little white stuff.
Okay, but then you dig into it,
white chocolate.
And while it's hard on the surface, underneath the ground there isn't dirt. It is a jello
gummy
jelly.
Gummy bears. Shit. Melted gummy bears.
Oh, and guess what? Oh shit! Someone's walking around. It's a guy. It's a guy, or maybe there's no gender here. It's a creature made out of all licorice. And he's coming from Fudge Mountain.
Wait a minute.
This is just Candyland, the fucking board game.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Uh-oh.
It's more intricate than
There's
that.
some sexual lollipops coming over this way.
And there's a ladder made out of
party.
Looking crouton ladder, something.
Croutons. This is a sweets land, dude.
Well, they're sweet. Well, hold on. Why can't a crouton? No.
Now we have conflict.
No.
All
right.
World.
Hold on.
All right. There's a crouton. The crouton's the main character. He's so sad. He's not all sweet. People think he's disgusting because he's savory.
Could you imagine us fucking pitching this to like a studio executive?
Dude.
Croutons.
No, but listen to this.
Sounds
Here's
like
the
a
thing about
Pixar
this
movie.
crouton. A lot of these. This is like the Brave Little Toaster, but it's like the salty ass crouton in the sweet world. But what's funny is one day they realize that all pastries are bread as well, type stuff.
Oh right.
And what only making a crouton savory is when you put the seasonings on it. But you could have a little sweet toasted cracker thing. So why not put a little cinnamon and basically make it the square churro? Ah.
Oh.
Wow.
The hard
we got
square
that
churro.
So,
beginning, middle, end.
The villain of this whole movie, whatever, this world, is Mr. Sweetbread. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he sounds delicious. Sweetbread sounds so good. Oh my God, sweetbread! If I could only have that breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Bread.
Uh-oh. And he always wears a cloak. Okay, because he doesn't want people to see what he's actually made of.
What his back looks like, yeah.
Because while the name might be sweet,
look like?
What's that back look like,
Sweetbread's
dude?
back look like?
Well, guess what Sweetbread is?
This is an X-rated world, by the way.
Sweetbread is made out of all sides. It's a cow, lamb, whatever. The face, all the little bits that don't go into the meat or the sausage gets put into the sweetbread. And that's what sweetbread is. It's disgusting, actually.
Is that what
It's
sweetbread
meat.
is?
I think so. And so he's all traumatized because he's disgusting.
All right,
But his
so
name
what we
is
just
sweet.
did is we built a world.
That's how quickly we can come
That's-
up with a movie. I'm saying we lost our jobs, so we can just be pitching
Oh,
shit
dude,
like crazy to DreamWorks.
You know
We'll
what's
have,
so? Can I talk?
Pixar.
Sorry to interrupt, but I don't mean to talk, and I don't mean to talk shit about the one person you shouldn't talk shit about, God. But may I just say, on the first day, God made light. That's it. Literally, in the first 3 minutes, we just made chocolate river, sweetbread.
Right,
hello.
right.
If you gave us 7 days to cook up on a world, we'd be creating so much. We should be God. We are God. Everyone.
I think
is
that's
God.
what we always fucking forget when we go through times of trouble, is that we are the universe experiencing itself. The only reason we exist, even if this is an AI simulation, it's probably, we're a million simulations in from the real thing.
Yeah.
This is still the universe experiencing itself. It wants to experience pain. It wants to experience happiness. It wants to experience heartbreak and loss and all the things that come along with just being alive. You know what I mean? And so we ask why,
does it
and
want
it's because
to experience it?
Because it wants to experience the spectrum of all emotion, all feeling, and that's the gift of being a human being.
Are you
we get
sure?
to give that back to the universe?
What if
I'm sure. That's
what
the
if
answer.
the universe doesn't want to experience pain and it pieces out every time you fucking stub your toe? The universe gets out.
Well,
of you
then
for a
the
second.
universe is a little baby. Because guess what? I'm experiencing this shit, and I'm not even complaining. So, and I'm going through it worse than you can imagine. So I don't know, but I think the universe is brilliant. I respect the fuck out of the universe, every single one too, because there's millions.
Yeah.
Infinity
and they're expanding.
universes.
Don't talk about infinity.
We'll talk about infinity next episode when we get all smoked out on Wizzy.
We are gonna get so fucking high as
This
fuck.
Patreon episode, we are
We're
getting
the
dubbed
We're doing it.
with
I'm
joy.
that makes me so nervous to know that. I'm so scared to be high. That is one of the scariest things in the world to me. Like literally, I probably won't be able to sleep. I'll be so scared.
All right, well, we'll do it in the morning then.
Oh, all right. I'll take a 0.5 milligram
No,
and
no.
go crazy.
And a joint.
And
All right. Shall we say what gave us joy, and then everybody go hit the gym and
I already
work
hit
on your
that.
taxes?
Yeah.
2 days. All right, I'll start it out. What gave me joy is you can't see it. Nobody can see this, but I'm putting my cursor over something behind me in a zoom frame. Skateboard. I got a new skateboard, y'all, and I've been going around my neighborhood like a little golden retriever.
Is that your skateboard helmet?
That's my bike helmet.
Oh,
I don't wear a helmet.
You don't wear a helmet when you skateboard.
No, it's
Interesting.
not possible to get injured.
Interesting.
And I went to shout out to KCDC, the skate shop in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. If you're gonna buy something, anything at all, go to them.
Nice.
That's awesome. Nice. Nate, what gave you joy, dude?
What gave me joy this week was, let's see here. You know what? I was doing a little bit of gambling last night, just with just with some throwing some dice, playing a little.
Did you
dice
win?
Game, and I won, and it felt so good. But then I did lose after that. But I'm not a gambler, but I feel like, I don't know, it made me like want to be a part of a group of old men smoking cigars, playing poker once a week, you know?
Yeah.
And like this is like the one time that you get to get out of the house and get away from the kids, and you're just like gambling all night long just for little tiny bits of money. That sounds like a fun time. And I was like, maybe I should incorporate a light sort of healthy addiction with gambling into my lifestyle, because I feel like I'm maybe more lucky than a lot of people, and I feel like over time I think I would net positive, even though all of the times I've gambled so far have been in the red, and I've never won money in a casino ever. But I think that
we could go back.
Change.
Yeah, let's go back to it.
I think I just need to keep going, to keep trying.
I think let's get you addicted, because once you do, you'll feel so good.
It works out.
Okay, what gave me joy? Last night it was pathetic. I got a migraine while we're getting dinner, and I had to leave. But I thought the migraine was going to last all night, because sometimes they do. It's the worst pain you can imagine. But guess what? It went away after about 30 minutes. And I had a burrito and watched Star Trek, and it was amazing.
So what gave you joy was something bad that gave you...
got taken away.
Wow.
Perspectives, man.
Wow.
Exactly.
Well, if you are not signed up for the Patreon, sign up right the fuck now, because this episode this week, we drop bonus episodes every Thursday. They are more fire than the regular ones. We don't even try in these ones, by the way. I'm like, I don't even fucking care. In the bonus episodes, dude, we go off.
Especially since we just lost our jobs, because we lost our livelihoods now. So in these Patreon episodes, we are going full Michael Phelps, full Paul Rudd, full Jason Bourne, crazy.
And there are crazy discussions going on in the comment sections. People are meeting each other. I think that we're going to have some sort of like, hey, we just got married because of Joy Tactics. I feel like there's going to be a lot of different things like that.
A lot of kids named Joy.
At least people hooking up. People will be hooking up like crazy.
That's already happening.
That must be already happening.
There's a Joy Tactics dating app in the Patreon where it's like, who do you want? We're trying to set people up. Like, you can fuck this person. Like, I think this person would be good for you guys. You guys should just...
And they're
people are linked, and they're building companies too, and they're building companies together as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, Thursday we'll go crazy.
And Paul
Thanks for listening, everybody.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
Well, that concludes another incredible fucking episode of Joy Tactics. Head over to patreon.com/joytactics to unlock exclusive weekly bonus episodes. And make sure to follow us on social media, where we post fire TikToks and hilarious shit like that. And if you loved the shit you just listened to, make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Thanks for listening, and remember, we are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves.